Hi everybody, it's me, James Sunderland, and I'm here to play my favorite game, Silent Hill 2. Hopefully I can find my wife. I got a letter from her that said Mary. That's my wife's name. Well, she told me that this was a great game and that I should play it, and that I should be prepared.
James, honey.
For this bitch. Hi everyone, it's me, BoneKingTV. You may know me from the channel BoneKingTV. Well, guess what? I'm back again with Silent Hill 2. Now, we actually just finished playing Silent Hill 2, the regular story. And I say regular because that already gives away what we're doing. But we played through Silent Hill 2 and we had an amazing time, really just going down memory lane, talking about different things that we loved about it, theories and whatnot. Amazing time. Now, and I don't know how many people know this, but Silent Hill 2 actually has an extra campaign, a sub-scenario, if you will, and it's actually called Born from a Wish. Now, I'm gonna say right now, just going in, because there's going to be spoilers for Silent Hill 2. This sub-scenario hasn't, I guess expects you to have already beaten the main scenario, so there will be spoilers, and I just want to give that heads up now. So if you don't want to get spoiled on Silent Hill 2, this is your warning, okay? Now, if you actually just saw the playthrough of us going through Silent Hill 2, and you're eager to see what the hell this Born from a Wish scenario is, let's find out. Oh, no, we're not doing hard. Not again. We're doing normal. Sorry. No, we learned our lesson. Oh, I love this opening.
When I woke up, I was all alone. Everyone's gone. Is it because of those monsters? What do I do now? Do I fight and live? Or do those monsters get me? I don't have any reason to go on living. But I'm scared to die. I'm so afraid of pain. Should I run away? I want to find somebody. I don't like being alone. But is there anyone left alive?
That's right. We'll be playing as Maria. Yeah, I don't know if a lot of people even really know about this sub-scenario. I mean, a lot of people who know Silent Hill 2 clearly already know, but yes, so Silent Hill 2 actually, isn't that fucking something, too? She actually has one bullet left in the chamber. The implications of this. So yeah, Silent Hill 2 has a bonus scenario called Born from a Wish, where you play as Maria. Now, I already mentioned the spoiler warning, so I'm gonna feel pretty comfortable talking about who Maria is and her role in all this, but I think it's very telling that from the first moment we see her, she doesn't know what to do with herself. She's wondering what's going on, just like everybody else, which says to me that the town puts her and spawns her into reality without a real intention, like a precognitive intention where she is like, oh, I'm going to maliciously do something. She has no idea. She literally just appears and that's all we know. And I love this first cutscene because it feels very emblematic of anybody who's thought about their favorite survival horrors for a minute, if I was in there, would I live? Would I be able to fight back, or would those monsters get me? And you would start to think would I be that cool badass that could fight everyone off, or would I be just like all these other fucking lab assistants and scientists and shit that got totally wrecked? What makes me special enough to survive? It's interesting that it places that thought in your head, where it's just kind of Maria doesn't know what to do, and she's very human like that, where she's like, I got nothing to live for, but I really don't want to feel pain. Claiming a revolver isn't that powerful of a weapon is crazy. They're like the strongest version. So the thing is, this revolver is not a magnum. It's like a fucking 6-shooter. It's apparently not very strong, as far as I understand. But I'll take those revolver bullets, thanks. Now, I love the fact that we can play as Maria. I love Maria. So having this opportunity is like really fucking cool. And it's so amazing to think that a Silent Hill game would have a bonus campaign. You know what I mean? Is that the white chrism on her desk? From the Rebirth ending? But anyway, it's crazy that Silent Hill 2 sold well enough that, like, for the greatest hits edition, by the way, it wasn't like there was like a, for those of you who were young, it's not like there was an internet connection and they downloaded the DLC or whatever. No, you had to fucking buy the greatest hits edition, and that had this campaign in it once you beat the scenario once, the main scenario. When will we get to Silent Hill where you can play as the dog? Well, I mean, Book of Memories has him in there, but I don't think you can play as him, thankfully. There's some small caliber rifles. Having a cylinder with 10 rounds of guns implies that's one of those. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's like one of those smaller ones. But I'm so excited. I didn't know this existed, in all fairness. Nice. Okay, I feel like a lot of people already know, but it's always good to go over that because, like, I don't know how many people beat Silent Hill 2 and then bothered to look and see that they unlocked this extra scenario. The game, I don't even think, tells you unlocked it. What does that say? Someone has stuck gum into the lock. I can't open it from this side. Maria, how do you know that and James never knew that? Interesting. So again, having this opportunity to play as Maria is amazing. Oh, I forgot she has this. So I got a Chinese cleaver. So what I like about this too is, like, not only is this like an extra scenario in Silent Hill 2, but they took the time to make new weapons. So you don't get any of the same weapons that James does. You have a fucking revolver that James never gets, and a Chinese cleaver, a fucking butcher cleaver, square-bladed knife, ugly but powerful and easy to use. So this thing has the fucking firepower, the strength of a fucking steel pipe, maybe even stronger, but it has the mobility of the wooden pipe, or the wooden plank. This is the best weapon, in my opinion. This weapon is nuts. It's strong and it's fast. I kinda wish, there's a part of me, born from a wish even, that once you beat the fucking Born from a Wish, I wish you could unlock these weapons in Final Fantasy. I read Final Fantasy. I wish you could unlock this in the main campaign, so that way you can play through Silent Hill 2 with the Chinese cleaver, or with the revolver. Like, I just think it'd be more fun. Maybe not the revolver, because you'd have to have special bullets for it, but does she say anything? They did a similar thing with 10-2. The special international version, that's true, with all the different boss fights they added, yeah. What makes it a Chinese cleaver? I don't know. Gong revolver bullets? It's so weird because the other ones were penguin bullets. I don't know, maybe it doesn't have that butcher circle that's usually there? It's the shape of the blade? Maybe it's more square? Is that what it is? I don't know. This is so cool. Just running as Maria in the town. God, this is so... There's a mod I saw that lets you play as Maria in the main game. I thought about doing that. Just like a fun little campaign. Oh, fun fact, guess who doesn't have a radio? That's right, Maria. Oh no. There we go, there we go. There's the tactic. Nice. So Maria... Okay, some fun, again, okay. So they went out of their way to make Maria feel different. She has different weapons. She has a different dynamic with her weapon. Do I have blood on it now? Oh, how cool. Blood shows up on the thing. That's nice. The circle is just for hanging it up. A lot of cleavers don't have them. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I figured that would be the deciding factor, but I guess not. But yeah, no. So you have all, like, the different weapons that make her feel different, but not only that, you also don't have a radio and no flashlight. Yeah. So, and you never get one either. Maria just says, fuck that shit, I go raw dog, let's go. And that's what happened. Average day in London. No flashlights, no radios. Oh god. Well, I'm not on, expert anymore. I'm not on hard mode, so this is actually a little bit more doable. Oh, fuck, I missed. That's okay. Go on, do your little spray. What the fuck? It's not hard mode. Stop it. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Nothing. Sit down. I want to get more healing items. I actually don't know. I've never really explored where you can go with Maria. Can you go to Pete's Bowlerama? I just thought about that. She hates bowling, but does she hate bowling now? Or... oh, you can't go back. Oh, because it is sealed off, isn't it? And she won't go back. Okay, I see how it is. I love the Chinese cleaver. Honestly, this thing is fucking amazing. It's a wooden plank and steel pipe combined into one. It's just too strong. What is that? Oh, I thought there was like a weird save point variation on that. The reason why I'm looking around is because when I played the main campaign on stream, there was a bunch of shit that I didn't even realize was here. So I have a feeling we're gonna run into more stuff that I just didn't really have the gumption to find before. 1, 2. It's so bizarre not having any radio at all. It makes the enemies a lot freakier. You know, it kind of makes me feel like playing through the main game without the radio. Like, how would that be? Would the game be scarier? I guess you wouldn't have, like, that, audible, like, safety net of having the radio. It's a lot easier, but Sonic racing music. Hi, Gemini. I agree. Fucking everybody's supersonic racing. My favorite is Work It Out. Fucking work it out. What? How'd you get up there? What the fuck? This is the shit I'm talking about. How'd you get up there? I've never seen that. Why is there one just chilling on the roof? Who talks about how he ruined the game for himself by just turning the flashlight and radio off? He ruined the game for himself by doing that? I don't know. I feel like it'd make it a lot more suspenseful. Can make you to teleport on roofs? That makes sense. Why not? Are generally lighter and thinner blades because they're mostly used for dicing vegetables. Oh. Well, apparently it's just as strong, so... it was your turn to watch them. Because you can just slip past everything. Oh! The radio doesn't aggro enemies, but the flashlight does. That's a good point. Having no flashlight genuinely makes it easier to get around. Because they don't see you. Like, they have to hear you, if that makes any sense. And if you remember, in the main scenario, I was able to just walk up right on someone. I hope I'm going the right way. I actually don't know where to go for Maria's campaign. I've only done Born from a Wish, I want to say, like, 2 times total? Maybe 3? Not a lot. I honestly don't remember anything. But how long to beat said an hour. So. Alright. Yeah, but the light absolutely does. It's funny because I remember I actually did a playthrough of Silent Hill Origins without using the flashlight. And let me tell you, Origins is dark. No, I don't mean like theming or tone. I mean just dark. Like, it's hard to see anything, even with the flashlight on. So a lot of that, god damn it, a lot of that took me fucking memorizing where to go from previous playthroughs. Let me tell you, just a little quick story as we're wandering around. I actually kind of like Silent Hill Origins. I don't think it's a great game by any means, but I think it's alright in terms of like a Silent Hill spin-off. I think it's okay. It doesn't really explain anything, and it doesn't really add anything to the overall narrative, but ultimately, I had a fun time playing it. I had a fun time solving the puzzles. You know what I mean? Like, Origins has good aspects to it. And I know this because I shit you not, I burned through that game. Burned through it. And what I mean by that is that I was at my grandma's house. I was at my grandma's house, and I think that was the only game I brought was Silent Hill Origins or something. And I just literally, I got every ending. I got every costume. I fucking annihilated that game, which is so funny to think about. Cause like I did that before trophies and shit. So I didn't even get rewarded for it. I just did it. And that game's even more interesting because of all the different alternate costumes you can get. And I like that when Silent Hill does that. They don't do it often, like Silent Hill 2 doesn't do it. Silent Hill 1 doesn't do it. The only Silent Hill with alternate costumes is Silent Hill 3, 4, Origins, Homecoming, and kind of Downpour. Downpour has 2 alternate costumes, but they're not really like special in any way. You just find them, and you can choose to just keep them, I guess. Everybody, Harry Mason's super dead trying to piece your mind around when you're super edgy racing. Come on, let's defy Kaufman. See, it took me a second to realize you were singing. I'm sorry. Oh, revolver bullets. Nice. Okay, this way's block 2. Great. So then where am I supposed to go? She just kind of said to... Okay, hold on. Let's look at the map. Do we go to the hospital? Interesting. I don't know why she would want to go there. We got to find Laura! Alright, so let's give it a shot. But yeah, so... This is a great, like, sub-scenario because it lets us get a little bit more information on Maria, who ultimately had a lot of... There's nothing for me to do here. Okay. So... Whoa! That confused me for a second. Nothing to do here? Oh, you want me to go that way, don't you? I'm sorry, everyone. Wandering through the darkness. We're talking Doris, your disgrace? Oh my god. I'm trying to think of which one that is. Is that still Everybody Supersonic Racing? Come on. There was another one. There was Work It Out, and then there was another one I really... Oh, Can You Feel the Sunshine? Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day? There's your little punk cover for you. Anyway, am I going the right way? Yes. Stick to the left. So yeah, we never really got a like solid answer as to what Maria is per se, who she is, like we know that she is created from James. We do know that, but we really never got like the insight as to what she was thinking or I mean, I guess we don't really need it per se. Like the story is just fine without it, but she's doing her best. But I think it's such an interesting concept to sort of give us more information on a character who was made from the town. Can you feel the thick fog? You have to run around. I misread that, but that's fine. Did I miss it? My nose is itching like crazy. Ah, sorry. Okay, someone's thinking about me. Luckily for us, she likes to stand around in rooms alone talking to herself, so we can finally learn. Well, again, it made her more human. It's not like she was just standing there in the corner like she does in the hospital later on, you know what I mean? Like, she was doing something. She was lamenting her fate. Go on. Swing! Do you do that? I mean, in the original game she did. In the main scenario. Damn, I don't know why I needed to protect Maria. She can clearly protect herself. Okay, anything down here? Keep heading down the street. Okay. So yeah. And it's interesting because again, in terms of people the town created, there's really only 2 options here. What is that about? Why is there so much gore here? There's so much more gore than there was... What? What? Why? That's weird. I don't remember that. Why is there like a giant fucking organ pile here now? Okay. Don't remember that. That's freaky. Oh, I love you, Silent Hill 2. I love you. Oh, she forgot it. That makes sense. Why didn't I just give her my wooden plank? I'm sure she could figure it out. There you go. Sit down. See, That's what it should have been on the main scenario. I should have just been killing everything like a fucking badass. But no, I had to play hard mode because I just had to fucking make it more difficult myself. She'll only use a Chinese wooden plank, which is thinner and used for dicing vegetables. Item? My item senses, yes! Thank you. Sharp-based weapons. I did have a knife. You know what I mean? I had Angela's knife. Just saying. We had options. Surprise! Isn't she James's idea of a perfect vision of his wife? Yes. Sort of, it's all the parts that he, like, longed for, essentially. And the town... Hold on one second, I'll explain that. There's an item here, and I don't know where it is, but she's looking at it. There we go. Wow, that's a lot of revolver bullets. Okay. So, as I mentioned in the main scenario playthrough, the town really just manifests what you're thinking, your thoughts and your feelings. So, James has two sides of himself that are really pulling at each other. One side that says, I need to be punished for what I did to my wife, and another side that says, I'm finally free of my wife. Now I can live my life. Now, that first part creates Pyramid Head. His need for punishment is basically displayed through Pyramid Head, and how Pyramid Head keeps killing Maria because Maria is the representation of him moving on to someone hotter and better. So it's weird because I wasn't sure, and I don't know, I'm not giving you like a solid answer either, if Maria and Pyramid Head are working in conjunction, but it doesn't seem like it, does it? She never wants to, like, it seems very violent, she never really submits to it, but we really don't know what is shown when James is fucking around and stuff happens off camera, you know what I mean? So, like, I have no idea, but based on this scenario, we learn a little bit more about who Maria was before she starts realizing what she's supposed to be doing here. Which is interesting to note, because if she was some sort of, like, I guess demon or something that's inherently evil, wouldn't she already know? Wouldn't she already have this innate feeling to, like, do something to James? But no, she wants to find someone. Burnsy, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you so much for stopping by, everybody. Just a quick heads up, we are talking about some Silent Hill 2 rumors. Silent Hill 2 spoilers. So, just giving you your heads up, we're playing the bonus scenario, Born from a Wish. Just giving you a spoiler warning real quick. Again, but thank you so much for stopping by, everybody. Everybody knows everyone's T-posing when they're off camera. Well, that's what Maria does, or Angela does. What if Ernest is making her raise to the succubus role? We gotta, you know what, now that I'm older, I really want to try and dissect the Ernest cutscenes. Because there's a lot there that I didn't understand, and I think I kind of want to see what I get now. But again, just to sort of circle back to what we were talking about, the town makes Maria as like James's ideal version of Mary. And the town, and I guess, I don't know if this shows like Pyramid Head's real, like, I guess, motivation or whatever, is to just keep killing Maria to get James to realize what he did and accept the punishment. And the punishment, I guess, being death in that way. But James stands up to him, now I know the truth, now it's time to end this. I needed someone to punish me for my sins. He's talking about Pyramid Head. So, it's interesting how the town manifests two different things for James. One, that's something he really wants for well, actually, they're both things he really wants, just for different reasons. Oh, this is the new battle theme. It's really fucking scary. It sounds like a fucking carnival thing. Listen. Oh, hold on. Go on, do your spit. Ah, fuck you. This music. I always feel like it sounds like an evil carnival, which is weird considering how Silent Hill 3 has the fucking actual evil amusement park. Now what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? DPS, bitch! Goated Maria. Dead. So as you can see right here, that's another corpse that's James's. Oh, or I guess not. Yeah. You can even sort of, wait. Oh, no, I guess maybe not. But is that James's corpse? Yeah, the green jacket, blue jeans. Yeah, it continues the theme that all the corpses are James's. Which, I mean, you can make the argument that, like, oh, Maria is experiencing the same delusions that James is because James basically spawned her out of his brain. But at the same token, I think it's honestly just like a good reuse of asset. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a very clever way to not have to like make a unique body every single time. It's thematic, but also useful. But James never bothers with her, so is she really ideal? When you say never really bothers with her, I mean, he bothers with her enough to basically have her come along with him. He bothers enough to take her, I guess, sort of like, you know, to the room. They're like, all right, you stay here. I'll go figure out what's going on. And the biggest case of bothering with her is, I can't do anything between these bars. You stay here. I'll go there. So, like, James is obviously interested in some aspect. Well, again, in that last one, he makes the active decision to... Oh, it's so quiet. Yeah, whatever, weird lady. But again, it's also fun how the game does support all the different viewpoints of that. Like, if you don't care about Maria, there's plenty of endings that do that. Oh, I learned something interesting today, actually. I learned that how the game determines your ending. What is that? Do not use. Okay. I do love how we get a Silent Hill mansion. That's fucking great. Alright, give me one sec. Hey, and there's a new, save screen for her too. It's really nice. Okay, really quick. I wanted to mention something really quick. I was watching a video. Sparky, Scruffy, damn, I really wish I could shout them out properly. I will, in fact. I will take the time to do so. Hold on. It's only proper. They are... Hold up. Punchy. Alright, so Punchy put out a YouTube video that's actually really interesting. It went ahead and talked about the science as to how the game determines your ending. The leave ending starts with 5 points put into it, whereas the Maria ending and the in-water ending start with like 2. So the game is already trying to push you towards the leave ending when you start. But there's like a cap as to how many points you can get to each ending, and like I think the Maria and the in-water ending have way more opportunities to increase the points. So it's interesting how the game kind of prioritizes the leave ending first, and then based on the code, not to say this is significant canon-wise or anything, but based on the code, it's leave Maria in water. It's because if you get the same amount of points for in water and Maria, it defaults to putting Maria first before in water. Isn't that interesting? There's a few things that actually like contribute to it too that I would have never realized. If you bump into Maria 30 times, that decreases chances of getting her ending. Like stuff like that. Going to look back down the alleyway decreases your points. There's a bunch of shit. It was really interesting. I really recommend watching that video. So yeah, leave Maria in water. Isn't that interesting? And I also thought about it because you could also flip it around another way. Maria leaves in water. In water, Maria leaves. It's not that matters or it means anything, but I just think it's interesting that you could do that. They spend so much time on it, everyone just gets the leave ending. But that's on purpose. You see what I mean? They kind of steer you towards getting the leave ending. I always thought it was just people's like playstyles that led to it. But no, they actually try to like push you towards it the first time through. Is there an enemy here? Oh, this isn't even a walkway. Alright. Hey! That's a puzzle later. Is that a guide? Hold on. I think I need to raise the volume. That's not true either. Hold on. Because all the other stuff is just ending shit you would never do. There are people who play at low health. There are people that, what'd I just do? Did I just fast unequip? How did I do that? No, wait, how did I do that? For real? No, go back. How did I do that? Oh, Q and E? No, I guess that was weird. How did I do that? There's a... Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, thank God. Okay, fuck it. We're not playing around with that anymore. Alright, anyway. Let's keep moving. So, I don't know. I just think it's interesting that there's like this hidden math going on. Hey, there it is again. I already took a picture. It's locked. Okay, we'll be opening that soon. That's open. It's so much more quiet and ominous. The mannequins are such great enemies. I love the poses they do when you come in. It's very, very off-putting. They're somehow worse because they make no noise at all. Interesting. Camera angle. It's locked. Interesting. Everyone oh! Why are you back alive? Okay, die. Thank you. She gets another weapon, doesn't she? Hold on. I'm missing Ernest. What's this? Oh, whiteboard. Nice. So, we can talk about that when we get all the different boards. I have the revolver. Isn't there a third weapon or no? Alright. Is he here? Oh, he is.
Is somebody there? Open up. Hello?
I kind of want to turn up the audio.
Stop it. You're disturbing me.
Thank God. I finally found somebody. Can you open the door?
No.
But why?
Is it really necessary for me to answer all your tedious questions?
Yes.
I love her.
Oh, I didn't know that. I want to be alone. Other people just irritate me.
I just want to see another human face.
Who says I'm human?
Do you know what's happening in this town? There's no one here. Just monsters.
Yes, I know.
He knows.
But so what? It has nothing to do with me. No one here means there's no one to disturb me.
You want to be alone in this insane asylum?
Yes, exactly. But how can you say that it's this town that's insane? Perhaps it's we who are insane. Both of us. Hopelessly insane. Are you satisfied? Would you leave me alone?
My name is Maria. What's your name?
I love this part. She asks for his name and then she tries the door again.
Ernest.
Hemingway?
Baldwin.
Ernest? I'll be back.
I will be back in about 4 seconds because I'm going to go ahead and try that door again. But I'm going to increase the audio a bit. I think it was a little low. There we go. Okay. How loud is this? That should be fine.
Ernest? Are you there? No. I guess not.
That's curious. are you there? I guess not. Implying he's not there anymore instead of just, oh, he's ignoring me. What a weird conclusion to jump to, Maria. That's very strange. It's a very strange thing to say, Maria. Hold on, I didn't get a key or anything. What was the point of that? He's AFK. He's away from door. AFD. Hello? Oh, we're increasing the audio. Oh, we're increasing the audio way more. Okay. So yeah, I feel like I never really wrapped my head around Ernest. Ernest is such a fucking, like, mystery of a character. That's a little too loud now. I really don't know, like, where he fits in, if he's just another guy that just happened to, like, just like, I guess, Eddie or Angela, but the significance of Maria being a created person, it's too much for it just to be a guy. Oh, that's open. Ernest turned off his Wi-Fi mic. He can't hear Maria. No input device. For door.exe. Door.exe. Pretty much any video game character clearly knows someone is on the other side of the door but doesn't hear anything for 5 seconds. Ah, they must be gone. I guess she doesn't know if there's like another door on the other side. I guess that's fair to just assume maybe there's... Well, I have the map, so clearly not. For some reason there's... Wait a minute, hold on. Not yet, hold on. Ernest's room. Hold on. Ernest is upstairs. Hold on. See, Gemini, you have a specific theory about Maria. I'm not so sure if I agree with the succubus angle. I don't know if that's what you're bringing up, but we'll see. We'll see where this goes. I want to see how the game presents Ernest exactly. He's in the lounge. Okay, interesting. Because I think it's very, like, purposeful. It's confirmed. You say confirmed. What's confirmed in nothing's confirmed in the rebirth ending. The old gods haven't left here, and they still give power to those who venerate them. Basically implying the town has spiritual powers, which we kind of already knew. Rebirth? Yes, Mary. Mary being reborn. I mean, I don't know. Let's keep moving. I just think it's very purposeful that they had her start out like a normal person. They had her go, I don't know why I'm here. I know who I am. She doesn't have amnesia or anything, but she just knows that the town has fallen to monster, just like anybody else. Okay, we have to go up the ladder, duh. I don't know why I forgot about the ladder's existence. There. It's curious. It's very curious. Oh, here we go. Red board. Blackboard. Nice. Okay. What's this little garden section? This is interesting. Where is this? What? Why is there like a... I never really questioned this. Why is there like a graveyard in the house? There's a square depression in the center of the tombstone, and above is a carefully carved epitaph. Along with you died joy. All that remains is despair and a future of meaningless tomorrows. Damn. But I will never give up. 1, to see your beautiful smile again. 1, to beg... Well, you have to count, usually. 1, to beg the blessings of the gods. I wait for that day. When the boards cover all... Alright, that's a little on the nose. All sadness, too, will be covered. But until my dreams return to reality, I will have to swallow all the pain. There's a key firmly embedded into the stone beneath the depression. You get to see the outside of the manor in 2 Remake. You can't go inside it, sadly. Okay. I just find it weird that there's like a fucking hidden... Because think about it. We went up a fucking chimney. Wait, this doesn't make any sense. This is like up a floor. How is there grass here? What? Alright, let's put the plates down. So, fun fact, just looking at these plates, you can sort of see... You can see the bottle shape of the white chrism there. Wait, what? There's something written there? What was it? When the white breath is found, I shall dedicate this thing. O spirit of the mist, grant us fortune eternal. Something tells me that's the ritual that James does, but I'm just jumping here. When the dark grail is found, I shall dedicate this thing. You who deny death, grant us fortune eternal. Yeah, so this is kind of, I guess, building up more for the rebirth ending, yeah. When the crimson words are found, I shall dedicate this thing. So, it's interesting to note, because if I'm not mistaken, the rebirth ending... No, the rebirth ending is in the original release of the game. It's the... Wait, is it UFO? It's UFO that was added, right? Or was rebirth in the original release of this game? I forget. Because if it wasn't, then there's a clear, like, connection between Maria's, like, cult objects and the cult objects you'll get for James's main scenario stuff. Interesting. Nature finds a way. That's true, Jeff Goldblum. Put a red board. So it said when everything is covered up, huh? Alright. Alright. UFO was added. Okay. Okay, so it was part of the original. Rebirth was. Right. Okay. Never mind. I thought I was gonna be like, well, there's a clear connection here. Damn. So wait, can I just... Oh god, this is a whole... No, that's not what I want to do. Fuck. Alright, remove all of them. Hold on. I do have a picture. I do have a picture I could be using. Hold on. Okay, so here we go. They all look pretty straightforward. That's how it looks like in the picture. But that doesn't make sense. They'll... Put the red board onto the hole. Okay, hold on. That's what that looks like. But the black plate is exactly the same too. Is the painting not actually a solution? That would actually be really funny. Oh god. 90 degrees to the right. Let's go left. There we go. Okay. Let's see. To the right. I got it. Oh no, there's green. Fuck. Hold on. I don't want to remove the board. I want to use white again. Stop it. I remember this puzzle always taking the most amount of time. 180 degrees. Damn it. Oh my god. I don't seriously... Okay, alright, you know what? I'm gonna have to take a good hard look at these things. Hold on. Because then you have to turn... I wish I could rotate them in, like, live instead of having to fucking do that. Okay, so... Damn, there's a lot of different combinations here. So, I do notice that maybe I could work on the corners first. Oh boy, okay. So, alright. I think I got something. Okay. We're gonna use this one first. And you don't even get a choice for the first one. It's automatic. Oh, I guess I could do this one first. Hold on. Then I was actually gonna rotate this one to the left. Now, does that one cover... No, it doesn't. Fuck. Or wait, yes it does. Hold on. To the left. Oh, fuck. I did that wrong. To the left, I meant. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, stop. This is annoying to navigate. Oh, fuck off! Okay. Maybe I've got to... Well, you can't rotate them. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me read that again. One of the boards cover the all. Yeah. No, but it didn't say... Oh, God. All right. Oh, on the back. Hold on. It said something. When the white breath is found, I shall dedicate this thing. That doesn't... When the white breath is found, dark grail is found, I shall dedicate this. This doesn't tell me anything. Maybe it's order of when you get them in the main campaign? No, it doesn't make any sense. How about this one? I told you this puzzle was ass. Yeah, it is kind of ass. Okay, so maybe... Okay. I think I got it. Damn! Look how close I am! Oh, man. I think I have it, though. Fuck. Oh my god, no. Oh, you could do it in any order? I guess that's true. As long as it's... Damn it! Aw, man, none of them are gonna work, huh? None of them. No, stop it, Maria, come on. Alright, so we've done the bottom. God! The menu is so sensitive! Alright, hold on. See? Why'd you go back? No, go to your menu, thank you. Oh my god, we're gonna be here for 50 hours, aren't we? Alright, so we did to the left, we did 180, let's try this way. That's even less, okay. That means there's something wrong on the other ones. Ugh. Maybe I'll do the black one first. I think the order does kind of matter because you can't rotate that one. So like one of them has to be unrotated. So it has 1, 2, 3 at the top. What if I did this? And then rotate to the left? Okay, that leaves middle and top right. That's good, right? That's a good amount. Hold on, middle and top right. Middle and top right. Well, middle, top right. Fuck. Wait. Maybe? Oh! I did it! Yes! Oh my god, I did it completely on my own. Fuck yes! Nice. Okay, let's keep moving. That was an extra fucking... The top is right. You should, more often than not, I agree. The top is always right. Oh, we fucking did it. Jesus. Ugh. That was intense. Everybody's super earnest racing. Alright, so I got a key. What was the key exactly? Akia key? Asia? Assisia? Oh, well, there was a locked door over here. Okay, hold on. Thankfully, I mean, this is interesting because we're dealing with, like, Resident Evil map layouts, but in Silent Hill. This is very, I love it. I love it so much. Oh, it's locked, but not that one? Okay. Okay. Big old GG's. Thank you. Okay. It's a honey type. Huh. Really? Cool. I did not know that. So, these both lead to just those end hallways, so that's not- Wait, I have a fucking map! Wait, that is the right way! Yeah, and the fucking camera angle even changed. But yeah, the plates were all referencing the different, items for the rebirth ending. Alright, where are you, motherfucker? That's so fucking quiet. I love this. God, the environments just drip with fucking just tension. Matches. In the kids' room? Small bed for a child. Now that I look closer, it's filthy. Whoever lived here must have really loved this thing. What? What'd you say about that? Aw, fuck, you said something about a teddy bear and I accidentally pressed X too fast. Damn it! A calendar is from 10 years ago. November. Interesting. 10 years ago. That's a frame of time. A shelf is filled with fairy tales and other children's literature, so I'm sure I've never read this, but somehow it seems familiar. Oh god, the closet is openable? That's interesting. So like, the way I saw this, because this involves a thing with Ernest's daughter, and what I remembered is that I felt like parts of...
Oh no, she fell out the window! Don't move her!
What happened?
Right. The part of Mary inside Maria cares for children, just like her. So what you just heard, it sounded like someone said, "She fell out of the window! What happened?" Fun fact, the person who says what happened, I remember this little bit of trivia, is Monica Taylor Horgan, who does the voice of Mary Maria. It's not Maria herself, but it's funny that she just does an extra voice there. I can't see anything. If only I had some light. Why everyone suddenly developed a country accent. What happened? It was to distinguish her voice. The fact that the matches were found in the kids' room is really ominous. Whoa. Wait, what? Wait, what? Did she move the table? How did it move? Did we do that? See, that's the shit I like when Silent Hill does shit. I don't need a crazy fucking transition. I just do it. And it's fucking weird. I just popped into existence. It didn't move? Wasn't it right here? I lit a candle right here. And now it's here. Okay. There's something below it. Gonna be honest, I got really confused for a second to just not paying attention. I was watching a Sonic video and heard you say Maria and looked over Wisebone talking about Sonic. Maria! To my dearest daddy. Alright, I'm gonna have to review that footage. Maybe she moved the candles then? Because the candles were not over there. To my dearest daddy, happy birthday from Amy Baldwin. I got a birthday card and a present. Well, if it's anything like the fucking President in Silent Hill 3, hopefully it's a shotgun. Alright, let's go. She moved the... Give it. Give it. Give it. Give it.
To my daddy.
Alrighty then. So, one thing I really like that they do with the casting of this game too, my face! Is that, whenever there's like a kid character, they get a real kid to voice act them. So like Laura and that little girl that plays Ernest's daughter, they're played by real kids, and it adds a certain realism to their voices. Stuffed animals line the top of the shelf, nothing very interesting. Oh, is this a teddy bear? Wait. Is that significant? Because we get the bent needle off of a teddy bear in the hospital, which is where Ernest works. Is the bear there because Ernest manifested it? Alright, we're gonna keep moving. There is another room. I forgot about this. I forgot he moves further in. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, look at that. He goes into lounge and then he starts going into one of those rooms. The door moved! No, wait. No, it didn't. What do you mean? I'd be curious to know how much the voice actors got paid. Assuming they fucking got paid. Like, Konami was really bad. Here we go. Looks like a plant encyclopedia. Acacia? Hold on. What? Wait, hold on.
Acacia.
Acacia?
Acacia.
Acacia. Alright. Acacia. Paid? He does move further in. A genus of evergreen trees of the mimosa tribe of the pea family. Its tiny flowers are yellow or white and grow in clusters. Common varieties include the gum tree. The acacia, that's what it said, tree is a potent symbol in many religions across the world. In Christianity, it represents eternal life and morality, whatever. In ancient Egypt, it represented purity and rebirth, while in ancient Babylonia, it was thought of as the tree of the goddess Ishtar. It was a symbol of life. It was also a holy tree to the ancient Jews, who built the sacred Ark of the Covenant from it, and for whom it signified a peaceful death and a release from grief. I feel like I don't know how connected that is to White Claudia, but it's interesting because I feel like the only other time we've had flowers explained this way is in Silent Hill 1. I don't know what the significance of that is. Let's keep moving. You make honey out of those trees. Well, it's apparently very religious. Ow. Kick it. What the what? What just happened? Did you see that? He like teleported on me. Stop it. That was weird. It's a vase and a lion statue. I've got no use for those right now. Why is that significant? Okay. Those are the trees that the giraffes eat? Huh. Cool. The gum tree. Haha! Haha! Got you first! I like that she's leaving it open that she might need a a lion statue later. I don't need this right now, but where am I? Main kitchen. Hold on, there's a lot of stuff there I missed. Let's go back. But where's the door for it? Oh, to the left. Okay, so both of those are locked? Seriously? Alright, how about the pantry? Oh, you know... Fine. Funnel me then. It's okay, I saw it. No need to be alarmed. Thank you, Seraph. I need video evidence of the things that happened to me. Alright, I can't see... Okay, here we go. God, having no radio really heightens the fucking, like, sound effects. This place is gonna get filled with enemies. It's too open! Which door? Which one, Ernest? I must know! Maybe he's gone. I'm gonna go back and clip you instantly forgetting how to pronounce this. How to pronounce...
Acacia.
Acacia! Why'd I say Acia? Acacia! I have Acacia forgetting things. Okay. Oh, save. Good. I can use that. I'll quiz you again someday on how to say Acia. Is it scary? There's an achievement in 2 Remake where you have to beat the game without the radio. I'm sure there's a retro achievement for it too. I can't see, but I'm just assuming. Yep. Acacia. Huh? The Book of Lost Memories! Wow! We get to read it now. Sweet. I have the strongest trust, you may even call it faith, in the miracle called the resurrection of the dead. Upon the hill where with the light descended, the beast intoned his song. With words of blood, drops of mist, and the vessel of night, the grave became an open field. The people wept in fear and joy at the reunion, but my faith in the salvation of Zuchilpaba? 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 Wait, but that's not one of the 2 gods. That's not Lobsolvith, and there's two gods mentioned in the Silent Hill 3 book, and it's Lobsolvith and another one. I don't know if it's that. Zuchilpaba. It might be that. I might just be forgetting the name. Which they asked the creators of they asked what's his face, Hiryoku Uwaku, what those meant, and he literally just made his own Mayan names. So this is verifiable. You could go look at that. It's actually just something in an interview he said. So anyway, it also was spoken in the ancient legends. The original worshippers did not believe that the death was the end, but that it was simply the path by which the deceased returned to nature. They also okay, well hold on. That does sort of kind of like feed into the idea that the town is just this amalgamation of energy, of like life energy that gets twisted and like and formed based on the people who like venerate them or you know, interact with them, or if nothing's really there and it's left open after the Alessa thing, that's where James comes in and does all that. I googled in, Zuchilbara, that's what I'm used to it. Lobsolvith. I remember Zuchilbara, not Zuchilpaba. Interesting. Zuchilbara, yeah. Those are, yeah, he made two gods. It's very interesting for that. Anyway, he said the process was reversible. Wait. Blood, red, mist, white, night, black. I want to read that last thing again. Hold on. It is also spoken in the ancient legends the original worshippers did not believe. The original worshippers, which again is all feeding back into the Native Americans that lived here, that actually cultivated the spiritual energy before the colonists came in and fucking Roanoke themselves. So like, I'm so curious because this implies that the town didn't always have negative intention. That the town didn't always spawn monsters, or it didn't always spawn something violent. It took sort of like the cults doing and perverting of that sort of energy to where all this shit starts happening. Or maybe the Native Americans just had a specific way of interacting with the town that sort of sidestepped a lot of this monster shit. Like, I don't know. But all the books and all the literature that talks about the town as that was back then seem to imply that it was a spiritual place. Fuck, even Mary in the fucking videotape is like, I heard this was a sacred place. It's so peaceful. So there's this implication that Silent Hill was never this like, well, I guess it's even in the name, Silent Hill. Like, you know what I mean? So it's interesting that it took like a lot of cult activity to sort of really fuck with this town's energy. Anyway, it's interesting. It's interesting. Because a lot of people like to ignore the cult, but the cult is kind of responsible for anything happening. There's a clock in here, but it's not running anymore. This won't do me any good. Okay. What's that? Wait, what was that? Show me again. Complete editions of difficult-looking books. Well... Oh, he's here.
Do you know a little girl named Amy?
She's my favorite Sonic character.
Why do you ask me that?
This letter. To my dearest daddy. It's from a girl named Amy Baldwin. Your daddy?
Yes. Where'd you find that?
Up in the attic.
Oh. What a fool. Now, when it's too late, I finally understand why. Why she was there.
Oh.
Why she was holding that empty envelope when she fell.
Ernest. Amy. She isn't... I'm sorry. I'm sorry I reminded you.
I love how she tries the door again.
No need to apologize. You didn't remind me. I've never forgotten. Maria, some things we forget, and some things we can never forget. It's funny. I'm not sure which one is sadder.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years, but I still...
Ernest, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No, it's fine. Maria, that letter.
I'll leave it here.
All you care about is that damn dead daughter of yours.
Thanks. So you must be... That's why. That's why you could see me.
Huh?
So perhaps that means that I can hope for a miracle as well.
What do you mean?
In the apartment next door, there's a bottle containing a white liquid. I don't know exactly where it is, but I know it's in there somewhere. I must have it.
You want me to get it for you?
That's really funny. Stop.
Why don't you just get it yourself?
If I could, believe me, I would. But
I don't think he's fully manifested, or he's like this. He's still energy.
White?
I'll open the stairway door.
Huh?
Ernest, do you really believe it will work?
What do you mean you'll open the stairway door?
I don't know.
But
Well, that's okay.
oh, I love this.
I don't mind fighting for an impossible cause.
Oh, I love you, Maria.
Anyway, it beats just giving up and doing nothing.
Maria, thank you.
I forgot. Born from a Wish is a big reason as to why I love Maria. She's so humanized in this sub-scenario. You get the idea that, like, she's just really lonely and wants someone to talk to and wants to be supportive where she can. You know what I mean? And I love that attitude of like, well, fuck it. I don't mind fighting for an impossible cause. Hell, it beats just waiting around to die anyway. Like, I really enjoy that about this Maria. We see this side of her where she's so much more human and less of like trying to get James's attention, or it just feels like she's genuinely herself before she, like, I guess gains the, because she's been created, but the town, I guess, like, is still trying to tell her what her purpose is. Like, it's a whole thing. Hopefully we get there. But I think it's curious. There was a line there that I really narrowed in on. First off, though, really fast. Well, I guess I wrote it down. I'll mention it later. So the line that I narrowed in on was how he said, Maria, then you must be, and that's why you can see me. So I think he knows about the town and how it manifests things because or he's implying that Maria is a rebirth of Mary. Like, at some point, how does he know about Mary, though? You know what I mean? That doesn't make any sense. I think, to me, it makes sense to me that he's realizing that Maria is not a normal person, and that's why she's able to talk to him. He knows he's not a normal person either, because he's a ghost, but it's interesting because, like, I guess so? The series has dealt with ghosts in the past, even in Silent Hill 1, like, if you count the little kindergarten ghosts. It's interesting because I feel like it's less of like a spirit haunting something and more like, I don't know, the town remembering this guy's fucking trauma and that energy still being here. And Maria, in being a manifestation, is experiencing another thing that was left behind, which I guess you could even argue, yeah, that's a ghost. But I think it's very curious because it doesn't set it like the town is just haunted. There is a set energy that actively shows things you want to see. So, yeah, they're basically on the same plane. Yeah, that's a very good way to describe it. They're able to interact with each other because they come from the same kind of entryway point. But I'm so curious because this doesn't answer my question, though. Like, how is Ernest here? Is it truly because the tragedy that was here with such a strong energy that he haunts this place like a ghost? Like, is that what I'm getting at? But if that's the case, why doesn't the town just manifest him? Why is he just kind of... Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's interesting to me, because I know the town likes to manifest things that exist, and he went out of his way to research the rebirth ending. Let's keep playing. Let's keep playing while we get a couple more hints. But we definitely did kind of solidify that Ernest realizes what Maria is. Maria doesn't know that yet, but from that cutscene, we can tell that I'll keep wanting to call him Hemingway. Ernest knows about what Maria is and what she can be, or at the very least, understands that the town is doing something. Maybe he thinks Maria is like a rebirth of Mary, and oh, maybe I can hope for a miracle, and that maybe we can do the ceremony and bring back my daughter. Or he knows what she is as a creation. I don't know. Let's keep playing. Regret for losing Amy manifested as Ernest. It's interesting to me, though, because does that imply that Mary's memories are part of what these manifestations build from? I thought it all came from James, because he had to come into town, but this does imply that you don't need James right here, because he's not here. He's currently right now doing the Blue Creek apartments, but we are still in the vicinity, so maybe. I don't know. Beefy, thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great night. So I was trying to tell you, what do you mean? James is... I think, well, okay. I don't know about James not being needed, though, because it took, like... The town is still being, like, built around him anyway. I don't know if it's built completely on Mary, because ultimately Mary does forgive him. There is no, like, lasting vengeance, whatever. Like, in the letters, no matter what happens, Mary does forgive and love him. Even the manifestation at the end forgives him. So it's like, I don't know. I think James is involved. And James is in the town, by the way, so he's around. It's not like he's not here at all. It's basically Alessa. But see, even Alessa needed to have psychic powers. Alessa needed to have that connection to the god. Mary doesn't have that at all. And Mary didn't even die in Silent Hill or anything. She died in a well, she apparently died. Well, it's very up to debate as to where she died, but she didn't die in Silent Hill because he never took her back. You never did. So it's interesting, to say the least. Wait, where's the dining room? Is that not what I just saw? Oh, it's up here. Fuck. Okay, so we need to open the stairway key. Okay. Not this one. Up here? I suspect Mary did die. Well, think about the note, because the note does say, the doctor said I can go home for a short while. It's not that I'm getting better, but you know what I mean. So, in my mind, if they're going out of their way to even mention that she went home, I think that James kills Mary at the house. Not that it matters, ultimately, by the way. All that matters is that Mary is killed. Like, for the story to continue, it doesn't matter where it happens. But based on that line, I get the implication that when James brought Mary back home, that's when he did it. That's why the bed at the end looks less like a hospital bed, you know what I mean? But I don't know. This is the thing, is we're starting to get into like theories that ultimately don't change the narrative. That scared the shit out of me. That don't change the narrative, you know what I mean? So, her body's in the car all along. We don't know how long, James. I know that that's a theory. I know that that's a theory. I don't put... Because then it's in there the whole game. You know what I mean? Like, and he doesn't relapse on the way there at all. Like, I don't know. Ultimately, again, it doesn't change anything in the story, but... Wait, did I not just unlock a door? Hold on, I'm getting a little bit turned around. I'm focusing on this one. I'm not figuring out where to go. So he said he... Oh, hold on. He said he opened up Hold on. It's not, well, it's confirmed by fucking Masahiro Ito after the fact. So I guess. Yeah. Because again, I mentioned that earlier in the playthrough. There was a bunch of stuff he was like confirming after the fact, but the game does not say. That's what I'm saying. Hold on. Let me figure out where the hell I'm going. So he opened up something for us, didn't he? He said, I'll open up, in the other room, there is a white chrism. I guess, but it's like, he did the monster designs and some of the different, like, creature designs. I feel like that's such a random element of the story to be, like, soft confirmed later. And it was a big thing amongst fans. You know what I mean? Like, that was a theory that a lot of fans had. So I have a feeling it... Oh, come on, really? That's not the door you opened? What did you open? Okay, I'm getting lost now. Hold on. I will read in just a second. I feel like I am missing something really important. And that, see, Again. We'll get there. He said in the other room. I really wish I could, like, get a text, like, what's it called? Like a write-out of what was said in the cutscene. I wasn't talking, so you can't blame me for that. Alright, let's go this way. And then you opened up this door here, I'm assuming. Okay, let's go back down here. Those bugs on the ground really bother me. Don't like seeing them. All the other fucking monsters disappeared. What the fuck? Okay. I can go... Okay, so we can go around back this back area again. Is there something here? No, that's closed. Okay. There's only so many places I can freaking go. And that's the thing you have to start thinking about, like, how much do you want to say James lost it and was able to ignore? You know, like, we don't know. We really don't know that area, like, in terms of how he got there or even. Boogie brought up a really good, theory about... Oh, please tell me this is it. I don't have a map of this area. Okay, cool, this is it. Boogie brought up a really good theory that the letter didn't appear for James until he drove close enough into town. That's actually, I mean, I don't know if I agree with it or whatever, but it is a good theory. Some kind of plate on the floor. Amy Baldwin. She was loved too much by God. 7 years was not enough time. Hold on. Fine. No, stop it. I already looked at it. No, the bugs, they're coming! Don't look at it, Maria. Oh my god, that's a lot of them. Don't accidentally go through the door. Double kill. I don't know why I'm healing like I'm getting the fucking leave ending. Did I miss any sexy door action? Nope, not yet. I was bumbling around like an idiot. I was trying to figure out where to go and I finally found the door. Where am I? Am I still in the Baldwin mansion? Ah! Keep out of haunted mansion. Ah. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely some ghost imagery here. Curious. Whoa, what's with this camera angle? What's with this camera angle? What's with this camera angle? Why is it like this? What are you trying to show me? No, wait. This isn't where she fell. I'm gonna go through my thoughts on that. Because, I mean, again, it's not like the series has not had ghosts before. They have had ghosts. I just think that the way Silent Hill does ghosts is a little different than how ghosts usually work. But I have a feeling... Oh, we're in Blue Creek. I have a feeling this is just like Silent Hill's way of doing the generic ghost story. Hold on. Deep fried fake crab or chicken wings? Ooh. I would probably go with some chicken wings, but I mean, both sound really good. It's funny, I don't have a map of this area, but I kind of know it, so. What does that sound? What was that? Well, this is where the white crystal. Oh my god, I didn't realize that. Wait. So what's it? Because this is the room where you get it, isn't it? So, like, does this imply that the Born from a Wish scenario, like, Maria just gets it first? Oh, the save is still here. Check the room where you fight Pyramid Head. Got it. Let's check it. Because I got the thing, I could probably just go back, but let's check. That's all the way over here, isn't it? This room. Maybe it's the opposite. Hold on. I might not even be on the right floor, to be honest. Excuse me. Oh, I already got this. Damn it. I could have sworn it was like... Okay, maybe it's at the end of this one. I'm checking the doors. Just in case there's another room. Wrong floor? Okay. It was first floor. No, it was second floor. That's right, because there's a staircase down right after. Fair. Okay. Up one floor. Get the map. The map is in the same spot? So this implies that there's like a timeline where Maria just gets everything first. And then James has to make do with no map. Any first aid kit here? No? Fuck. Oh, fuck you. I'll save James some trouble later. There we go. Fuck James, I'm getting out of here myself. I like how her head bobbles when she walks with it. She's like, didn't you notice something different? Well, first off, Pyramid Head's not here. Second off, there's no water. I guess that's one thing. He's not getting head? Hold on, let's keep looking, I guess. Is it that there's no water? But first, I'd better take care of my promise to Ernest. Okay. So she even kind of takes note that she wants to go to the park. That's interesting. Wait, what? She said that's the door that leads to the park. Like, it's interesting that she... Oh, well, I guess it is right outside. Well, dear Tim, I'm going to go run an errand. Well, we don't need to do that because that's for James. Interesting. Just go back the way we came. That's funny because this door, yeah, doesn't open in the main campaign. How interesting. It's literally right next door like that. I'm just missing one? Okay, what am I missing? And, Are the lights on? Is that another one? What's my health looking like? Oh, we're fine. You were never in the alternate apartments there. Maria sees the real building. But so does James. Because the shitty apartment is the other one. The first one you go into is... Oh, fuck. There's two different... Hold on. Maybe I'll just look at the map. It should be there. Yeah. Okay, cool. Blue Creek. The name of the other one. God damn it. Blue Creek is the shitty one. Gemini, there's two apartments. There's the first one that James goes into, and then he crosses through the fire escape into Blue Creek, and Blue Creek is a shithole. So, like, it already was fucked up, and that wasn't altered perception. It already just was fucked up. The only time he really gets into Otherworld is Hospital. Because then you get put on the stretcher. That's why there's that whole transition. I mean, look, I'm giving you my evidence. Like, the different... It's... Alright. I don't know where your proof is on that, but that's okay. See, and this is why I'm always hesitant to talk about Silent Hill stuff. Because I always feel like we start getting into, like, conversations on stuff that ultimately don't change the story. Again, doesn't matter. James has to go through it either way. You know what I mean? Like, hold on. We got to give him the thing. Can I just take... No, I got to take the long way up. Yes. Okay. But yeah, no. From what I understood and from how I played it, I figured, because there's two different apartment buildings and you cross through. I mean, it's dark, the water. The town can make stuff. That's the point. It doesn't have to be Otherworld or not. It makes stuff in Foggy World and Otherworld. It makes stuff regardless. I'm Maria. I was made just now. Like, you hear the siren because James fends off that concept of him that wants that punishment, and the siren of the town is calling him away. Correct. That's definitely something. But remember, the Blue Creek apartment always looked like that. And we saw Maria how it was. Again, you're correct. Maria saw the apartment how it was because it was always shitty. I'm pretty sure, because again, James saw the same thing. So it's like, we don't really hit, in my opinion, we don't really hit a what's it called? An Otherworld until the hospital. He's this way, isn't he? Fuck, Ernest. Fuck, Ernest, where are you? Where are you, Ernest? Hold on. Lounge? No. Ernest, where did you go? Fuck. Duh. Hold on, I was really distracted. I completely got flip-turned. Hold on. You were here, Ernest. You were here. You moved, if I recall. There's only one door. Oh my fucking god. I'm making a circle. This is a circle. Why? Hold on. Where did Ernest go? Oh, for fuck's sake. Main kitchen. Service room. Maybe, oh, bed, that? Okay, wait, okay, I think I got it. Hold on. I will get back to the chat in just a second. I want to make sure I'm not just wandering around. I'm pretty sure this is the right way. Yeah, okay. What? Alright. Then it's this door. And then right across from this door. And then right across from this. Here he is. Oh, for fuck's sake, I found it. Alright, here we go.
Thank you, Maria. That's the only item I couldn't get myself.
Wait, implying you have
By
the book in
time
the...
I found out about it, I could no longer leave this house. So long.
Yes, but will...
Maria, the gods are here. You know it too. You were born in this town.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure God is the right word.
Mm-hmm. It's not Satan either, but it's something.
Do you believe in fate?
With a capital F?
Not really.
That's fine then.
That's funny.
Ernest, can I open this?
This is a dead end. There's nothing beyond here.
I know.
I know.
So, what if I had said I believed in fate?
That James. He's a bad man.
James.
Yeah, she's getting it.
Yes. I know.
He's looking for the you that isn't you.
Because he's kind? Do you
Because
know
he's
something?
kind.
Yes. Maria, you're...
Anyway, that's just what you think. You don't really know anything. That's fine.
Okay.
Keep trying that door. Black gloves. Oh, the gift was black gloves? Is there blood on them? I love that. That transition, that sound effect. Alright, here we go. I never fired that once. Like, she has this moment where she's like, I know what I'm supposed to do, but I have the free will to choose to end it, but I choose not to. Also, you might want to be careful. I've heard of a little girl running around, specifically sitting on that wall.
James.
No, you're not.
Do I look like your girlfriend? My name is Maria.
All right. That, oh, and it's Love Song. Oh, I love this song so fucking much. Ah! This is one of the best tracks on the entire soundtrack. So yeah, one thing I forgot to mention as well. Well, first off, that was Born from a Wish. Congratulations, everybody, we did it. Oh God. I didn't think about layering both songs. Okay, so that was Born from a Wish. There is a lot to unpack there, and a lot of it is vague. Like, this sub-scenario, even after playing it now, it feels like it is really fucking thick in terms of, like, what it's trying to get across. Aside, okay. So clearly, we're talking about Maria, how she got there, and I guess in a way I started wondering, like, alright, well, why is Ernest, how is he there? You know what I mean? Hold on, let me read some of this. Wait, she knew about James? Yes. Apparently in this interaction with Ernest, it, like, jumped her memory or something came through to her where she says his name. And it's an interesting concept of, like, a person who spawned into existence doesn't know what their purpose is and then, like, just instinctually feels it after something. Very curious. Let me read some of this. Though, in Before Eddie Finds It. No, he has a different one, a bigger one. He has, like, an actual Magnum revolver. Am I winning? Well, we beat it, so yeah. It was in the Xbox version, yep. Now we need to answer a lot of questions. Amy Baldwin, little door or doorknob? Oh my god. I don't know. I think she's a gate. You know what I mean? Maybe like one of those employees only gates, like a smaller door, you know? Reminds me of Butters when he reads Catcher in the Rye. Kill John Lennon! Yeah. She just kind of gets the idea that she needs to go to James. And that it's very, okay, and this is what I mean by it being very, like, confusing, even now, trying to sort of understand it, because James is a bad man. Yes, I know. He's looking for the you that isn't you, because he's kind? These two things kind of counteract with each other. Hold on. He's a bad Mama Jamesa. Did we get anything else or that should be it? I don't remember anything else. Oh, right. Well, again, great job to the Enhancement Edition team. Enhanced Edition, not Enhancement. They did fantastic. I believe our good friend Gemini, who's in the chat, is actually right there. Hey! Thank you so much for all your help in putting this together, because it really sucked how, like, it was almost impossible for a lot of people to, like, get into Silent Hill 2. You had to buy a fucking PS2 copy or somehow find the PC port. Like, it used to be really tough to get people to play these games. And it always involved me having to let them borrow my copy. And that was, like, the only way I can get people to really play it. But again, because of your hard work, we're actually able to do this here today. A wide array of people who have never been able to play it before actually got the chance to. And you know what? It was better than waiting for fucking Konami. Because Konami apparently wants to waste their time fucking going for Tom Hewlett's fanfiction, but let's not get into that. Okay, so let's try and dissect and at least, and I'm not gonna say what is correct. I don't want to say, oh, this what I say is going to be the truth of the matter or whatever, but just let's see how I get what I take away from it. So I started wondering, like, how is Ernest just here? You know what I mean? And then I started wondering, like, Maria definitely mentions how she's, like, feels alone. She doesn't want to be alone anymore. So what if she manifested it? She like essentially brought back this guy? But at the same time, like, he's mentioning how he was there and how he couldn't leave the house and how he wants to do this, but it's like, I don't understand, because Silent Hill has the power to make a person. Why would it make a ghost? You know what I mean? Like, why would he not just be his own dude? Is he just sort of like this special energy that hasn't really fully manifested? You know what I mean? Or did like Maria's need for someone kind of pull something? Like, I'm trying to understand that. Because again, ghosts are in the series. Like, ghosts are a part of Silent Hill, but I always think it's interesting how Silent Hill does ghosts. It's usually the energy of the town manifests something because someone else is fucking with it. And then a ghost or something will appear because it's in relation to something. I think it's weird if the town just spawns a ghost on its own. Most of the situations, even in Silent Hill 4, it takes someone dicking around with the town's energy to make a ghost appear. But I'm confused because, like, this implies that Ernest, of course he was a guy who underwent this tragedy, and maybe there was like that energy left over, and Maria, and being a created person, was able to tap into that. Like, I don't really know. They were on the same level because they're both, he even mentions it like, oh, you're blank, so that's probably why you can see me. So that implies that he A, knows of his status, and B, that they're not people like that. You'll get Silent Hill Pachinko and you'll like it. Maria's true nature will be revealed in the new Pachinko and you will play it. Hit the lever! Ernest, yeah, he definitely, because we even see his picture in the Historical Society, and I believe is he not mentioned in the hospital? I actually don't know that for a fact, so I don't want to put that out there. But I feel like in this story, okay, instead of talking about what I feel, what do I feel like the creators were trying to get across with this? At the base level. I'm not even talking about like deep shit on like what's real, what's reality. Just base level, what are they trying to get across with this whole thing? So, based on what and this is gonna be me feeling, but whatever, but like, from what I've been shown, there has been a clear emphasis on Maria feeling alone. She doesn't know what to do with herself, so she's trying to find something to do with herself. Did you notice Ernest literally performed the rebirth ritual on himself? Well, he said he was going to, but he couldn't, because by the time he needed the last ingredient, which is the white chrism, he wasn't able to leave the house. So does that not imply that he could not do the ritual at all because he needed that last element? Right? Yeah, because he missed the last one. So he wasn't able to do the ritual on himself. And you know what I mean? Because he fucked up. But then again, I don't know why he would do it on himself. There was a clear motivation that he wanted to do it for his daughter. He even mentions, soon you'll be back. Like, I'm about 95% sure the idea he did to revive Amy. Yeah, he does seem excited. He was waiting for so long. So again, that factors, I don't think that factors into him doing it for himself. He did it for Amy for sure. I think he always originally wanted to revive Amy, but either died, I guess? But how did he die? You'd think that'd be like a really big thing to answer. First play of this game will be in its truly greatest form, Silent Hill HD Collection. Yeah, oh god. It's in there. You can play Born from a Wish. So what if Ernest is the guy who pesters James with notes after Maria accidentally revives him? But again, I don't know why Ernest has no motivation to revive himself. He always wants to, he could do the ritual again. Well, then now we're factoring into the idea of doing it multiple times. Like, I don't know. Anyway, hold on, wait. But we're getting really caught into Ernest and the what if of after this. Let me rewind it a little bit and go back to the beginning. So Maria starts out feeling lonely, unsure of what to do with herself, trying to find something to do with herself. Dragon Balls! They all separate! You gotta find them again! No, but again, so she's looking around, and she's lonely by this point, and then finds Ernest. And she even says, like, well, I don't mind fighting for an impossible cause, meaning, like, she doesn't really feel comfortable, like, because Ernest won't show his face, but at the same time, she wants a connection, she wants someone, she feels lonely, so she's willing to do all this shit for Ernest. So we get that idea, at the very least, that Maria wants to help at this point, and isn't, oh, this is important, and isn't aware of James by this point. That's important to figure out, because that's the big turning point at the end, right? So, like, the developers clearly, Amy is Silent Hill's Krillin. That implies she died multiple times. Like, god damn it, Amy. Yeah, so it's clear they're trying to show a clear distinction between Maria before she realizes who she is? But isn't it strange? Because, God, it's so confusing. Because, like, there's two very once per birthday. Jesus Christ, that's grim. Happy birthday, Daddy. It's weird because she has two scenes where she clearly is remembering, where she goes, James, yes, I know. Like, she has to remember. There's no way to interpret that scene in any other way. She is fucking getting the idea of who James is. She's not making it up or lying to him, I don't think. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why would she do that? She's getting some reading or something. Like, I don't know where that comes in, but at the same time, when Ernest is ready to just tell her flat out, Maria, you are, she interrupts him and says, anyway, you don't know everything, so don't worry about it. Why would she say that? Like, why would she, like, you know what I mean? If she is actively remembering who she is, not who she is, but like what her purpose is in the town after being created, like, but why would the town even do that? Are we trying to, like, show what happens with people who's real, or people who get created by the town? They start out not knowing? Why would they not automatically know the minute that they're created? That doesn't make sense to me, you know what I mean? Because she's afraid. Okay, hold on, because she's afraid. Wait, hold on. I went a little fast there. Hold on, what do you mean she's afraid? Like, she doesn't want to know the truth. However, she clearly does acknowledge it because she says James is, yeah, she knows who James is and knows that he's kind. But see, that's the thing for me. Silent Hill ghosts aren't necessarily like, I'm the spirit of a dead person haunting, and if you appease my memory, then I can move on to the afterlife. I don't think the ghosts that Silent Hill have are their actual spirits. It's just a manifestation of that spirit. It's not actually that person. It's something created that the town made. So the ghosts that they make are less that, oh, it's that person's soul, but Silent Hill 4 is a little different because you actually are ritualistically killing all these people. But that's a whole other fucking discussion. But in that town, let's think about this. Plus, Maria's a bit more than that. She can move around freely. It's Ernest that is anchored to the doors. Are we seeing different? Oh, wait a minute. Are we seeing different phases of people being created? Like, no, that doesn't make sense because Ernest is able to be Well, I guess, well, maybe, who's to say Maria wasn't? Alright, so, is the process of being made by the town, you start out as a conscious, and that conscious exists in a space, and then you eventually gain some sort of form, and then maybe Maria is like some later incarnation, and then Ernest is stuck because of that place and obsessing over his daughter? And because Maria is still sort of like just born from a wish, she can sort of tap into that existence before, that energy or whatever? Or is the town always speaking through her? I guess it doesn't matter, you know what I mean, ultimately? We could be seeing how Maria's evolving after creation. Exactly! And then it makes me wonder, is Ernest another level of that too? Or is that just goes to show you, like, that manifestations can come about in different ways? The biggest thing that I'm trying to get across is that I don't actually think that's Ernest's soul, like, from being dead. Like, I'm fairly sure the town just made another Ernest. Now, whether that was because Maria was lonely, or because that existed already, I don't really know. And I don't know if we can answer that because we only see from the perspective of Maria, who's coming in here. So, in my opinion, I've always been one to believe that Silent Hill can make anything. It could be in the real world. It doesn't have to be another dimension. It doesn't have to be like in your dreams or whatever. It just, poof, it's there. The energy can make it so, and it can also take it out if it wants to. You know what I mean? So, if Maria was made, James, why, okay, it was made by James, why would the town make her a dork? Why, wait, hold on. If Maria was made by James, why would the town make her a door companion? Wait, like Ernest, wait, when you say door companion, do you mean like, are you saying like, if Maria was made by James? Well, no. The town definitely makes people. It's not necessarily James. Wait, now I'm getting confused by the names. I'm so sorry. But hold on. James is definitely putting that energy in there for the town to make. You know what I mean? Now, yeah, because I don't really, I don't know if Mary, there's no real, like, solidifying thing that Mary died in Silent Hill. She went to either she died at the hospital or at the fucking homestay, right? You know what I mean? So, like, if we're talking about where the town draws its stuff from, I'm assuming it's James when he comes in. It's a bit weird that it makes Ernest for Maria. That is true. That is true. That is true. But it does sort of feed into... I gotta replay now, because I wonder how much does Maria see before she gets in. But I guess that doesn't matter. It is weird. It is weird, because the fact that the town would make another conscious for her, but maybe she's already evolved enough to be a real person enough for that to happen? You know what I mean? She is a person. She sees nothing. That's true. But is he there? And then we're fucking spinning our wheels. You know what I mean? Because this is my problem with Silent Hill theory discussions. I love this game to death. I love talking about the game to death. But it has this tendency with the like surrounding context to where it's like, okay, but then what does it mean? That doesn't mean anything. Even if it was one thing, it doesn't necessarily like change the overall narrative. Like, it doesn't change the rules at all for the story to happen. And a lot of people, I don't know, it's interesting. Ernest is there for sure because he picked up the girl letter and gloves. That is true. It's just, again, the town made Ernest. There are strong implications Ernest is not alive. Because he even mentions not being able to get the last one because he's stuck there. Do we know what killed Ernest? Do we ever get an answer? Does it matter? We do know he was there at some point, and that's where he lived. And it makes me wonder just how much the town needs to manifest in the first place. Old age, most likely? You think so? Because the thing is, when he says that he wasn't able to get the last ingredient, that implies that he was like cut short, like he wasn't able to do it. Or did he just get so old he wasn't able to? But again, here we are again, doesn't matter. Either way, the fucker dies. But, okay, to sort of circle this back around, in terms of showing the audience something and teaching us something, like, very clearly, it's that when the town made Maria, she didn't automatically know. And I think that's curious in and of itself. Why? When she was born from a wish, how come she was her own person for a bit? What does that imply? Does that imply that the people that the town makes are people first, and then the town has to get them to remember? That's interesting, isn't it? It's an interesting view as to how the town makes these things. Did Pyramid Head have something like that? Like, what the fuck? Did he, like, dick around? Like, what the fuck am I doing here? And then he realized who James was? Like, I don't know. We know he can move around the mansion, but not outside of it, so the chrism must have been the only item out of his reach. Right. But if he was alive and just old, could he not have just gone to the thing next door and gotten it? But then again, why? Well, he never says why he wasn't able to get it. Was it that the person in the house wouldn't let him get it? Was it that he personally, physically couldn't? Like, you know, it's just a lot of things. What if Ernest, after his death, manifested as a ghost, learned of the gods, the ritual, and tried to perform it on his own? But can a ghost even do that? Because that's the thing. I would maybe understand if, like, he manifested as a person like Maria. Because that's the big intrigue of this game, is that it doesn't feel the need to make apparition people. Right? Because it just makes them. Like, we get Mary later. Like, she just fucking shows up as a physical person that dies again in front of you. Like, ultimately, though, let's try and close this out. So, we do all these things for Ernest. We learn about his daughter and how she died tragically. And he never knew why until we showed it. So clearly Maria is real too, because she's fucking around with stuff and getting him to reveal stuff. Okay, let's get back in. Okay, gotta focus. In giving Ernest the different pieces of the rebirth, well, really just the white chrism, we solidify to the audience that there is a ritual, and the ritual can bring back the dead. So that's another thing we establish. How a person is created without knowing their purpose, and how there is a ritual to whether or not when someone did it, or what is required to do it, or how often you could do it, that's a whole other discussion, but the fact that there is a ritual described here. And we actually do get a little bit more insight in terms of what the Holy Scripture for it is, as opposed to just getting the items themselves with James. So, if anything, we got a little bit more of a viewpoint that the town can do that. It can revive someone. But we've never seen it successfully done. Even here, he couldn't do it. He didn't have the white chrism. Maybe he'll do it right now, but we don't know. It's so curious that we get all this information about a ritual and we never see it done. We never actually really even get to see the outcome of it. I feel like they had an opportunity narratively to, like, say, oh, Ernest did it on Amy and something went wrong even though he followed all the steps. But that's not what happened. He wasn't able to complete it because he didn't have the white chrism. So, like, and Amy clearly has some sort of presence because she says, give it to my daddy, who wasn't Ernest, who fucking, was it? There's so many questions. There's so many questions about Born from a Wish. The only things I could say with any, like, 100% certainty is that When Maria was made, she didn't know what she wanted to do. She like understood in a wave what she needed to do. And, ooh, here's an important distinction. And she had the choice. She had the choice after, because mind you, oh, this is actually really fucking genius now that I think about it. Maria can definitely talk to ghosts. She's psychic. But no, think about how the scenario opens. Do I fight and live? Or do the monsters get me? She has a revolver with 1 bullet in it for herself. So it's interesting how this campaign, the scenario is bookended by suicide, but choosing to not do it. She chooses to continue and fight, despite having the 1 bullet in the chamber, implying she was probably thinking about killing herself. She has bullets right over there. Why didn't she have a full clip? Because she probably was considering suicide. But she chooses to continue, not knowing what her purpose is. But then, at the end, after realizing what her purpose is, agreeing that James is looking for the other her, and fucking, like, knowing who she is, she once again considers suicide. Is that not insanely interesting? Because why? Why would a creation of the town, after learning of her purpose, even have the option? Why would she even put that up there? Why would she even consider it? She would be programmed and essentially do what she does at the end of the scenario. But she has a moment where she reconsiders suicide like she did at the beginning of the scenario and chooses not to again, even with the knowledge of what she is. Mary intervening subconsciously? Well, if that's true, we see like no real, we don't see anything. It's just her. It's just her considering it, then throwing it away. It's so interesting. You know what I think? That line she says, "I don't mind fighting for an impossible cause. If anything, it beats waiting around here to die." That means Maria as a person said, fuck it. I can either die or be what the town wants it to be. I could play along again. Oh, this is really interesting. She's thematically doing the same thing she did with Ernest. She didn't have to help him. She could have chosen to do something else or kill herself, really. But she didn't. She decided to follow through with the town's energies. And then afterward, she does the same thing. She's presented with the opportunity to stop, but she goes along with it because that's Maria's personality. So, creations of the town are people on their own. Not only are they born with a clear slate or whatever, not knowing what to do, they also are their own individual people. And there might have been a reality where Maria chose not to. It's just so, I know I'm spinning my wheels here, but it's so insanely interesting to me that the town even bothered. That the town even has that option for you. Hell, maybe it even gave it to Ernest. Because Ernest does whatever he wants. All these questions will be asked in Silent Hill 5, Super Maria Sis. I'm sorry, Silent Hill 5 is Homecoming. No, I'm kidding. But again, Born from a Wish, I think, is a very interesting sub-scenario. I think it introduces a lot of ideas. It kind of soft confirms that Maria is not just a regular person like Angela or Eddie. There is something clearly more supernatural in terms of how she's there, which if you didn't get that from the main campaign, I don't know, but like this is just sort of adding more to that. And I think it's a fun little way for like Silent Hill to do a ghost story using its method of making ghosts. It isn't just, oh, appease the spirit. You are appeasing the spirit, but within the rules of the town. You are this creation of the town interacting with another creation of the town. And it's interesting to see how the spirits of the town can interact with each other. It's not just solely to dole out judgment. There exists a level of this town where the person, like, that the spirits can interact with each other. And I don't know if it's Maria becoming a real person or if she has a connection because she is born from the town. One or the other. There are things going on in this town that we don't see. And I think that's actually really cool. We don't need to see everything. But it is cool to think that this is a town that always has something going on with its energy. Spirit, some people hear it, some people fear it. Spirit. Oh, okay. What's going on in this town? That's a very good point. What is going on? Again, none of this can happen without Silent Hill 1 happening. It takes Alessa and her psychic connection and how the cult wanted to cultivate that. Anyway, that sort of leads into how the town really gets twisted in that regard. But it's really interesting. I've got gyros need to be man-seen. Bro, I could go for a gyro right now, let me tell you. But again, really think this is an interesting addition, like, to Silent Hill 2. It's not very long. It's very different. I think it's a very conscious decision to not have the flashlight, not have the radio, not have the same weapons. They want you to play it a different way. The map is smaller, but it feels more like a Resident Evil map because it was like a mansion and there's a north and south section. They even have a little thing where you can dip into a previous map. There's a lot of thought, just like everything else they do in this. And a lot of stuff to chew on, especially for the people who like to make theories and whatnot. But ultimately, it doesn't change anything too much for the main story. All you really get to learn is that Maria is indeed a creation of the town, and she may or may not have really known anything about herself. Well, really, I don't think she did, based on what we did. But anyway, we learn a little bit more about Maria. In any case, I will be all in. Oh shit, I wrote this down. If you were in that cutscene, the last cutscene with Ernest, there was a version, and I was like, what the fuck? There was a version of the song Alone in the Town that was remixed in a different way. It was like just the higher melody with a different beat, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I've never heard this. So, I don't know, apparently there's extra tracks that I missed. Fuck it. In any case, that was Silent Hill 2. With that, we have completed Silent Hill 2, the main game, and the sub-scenario, Born from a Wish. I want to thank y'all so much for stopping by and coming with me to this special place. It really is so peaceful. I honestly, this game means the world to me. It's one of my favorite games in terms of just script, acting, ambience, emotions. It makes me cry every single time. And I'm really glad I finally got to play it here. I know I already said this when we beat Silent Hill 2, but Born from a Wish is that little extra bit, you know what I mean? That really finishes it out. We completed Born from a Wish, only taking 73 points of damage and killing 36 people by fighting and none by shooting. But that's how we roll. That's how we go. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful Halloween. Again, happy Halloween, and thank you so much for stopping by on BoneKingTV. Bye, YouTube!